I was in Wilcox, Arizona, and then head over to Fresno. Now I'm in North Carolina. Haven't been able to film much, but I had to break out the camera here because Bryant Borgess just took me to this Avila Center, Teresa of Avila, and it's a retreat center, and I wanted to show it to you. Goodness gracious, we just found a massive Christ statue. I literally could stay here for months.
Oh, your mercy never fails me. All my days I've been held in your hands.
I'm here with my friend Bryant Borgess. He has a ministry called The Face of Jesus, and you got to check out his YouTube channel. He also does Life in His Presence videos where he links the presence of the Lord in his daily life with his family life and the mundane things of life. So it's Bryant Borgess, right?
Bryant Borgess is called Life in His Presence, and there's a few links to the website too, thefaceofjesus.org.
Yeah. So yeah, check it out. You'll really dig it. This place is wild. Many times in my life, I have taken retreats to retreat centers like this where I stay for 3 or 4 days, get a room, and just bring a jug of water, a Bible, and a notepad and a pen, maybe a book, and just stay with the Lord for days in absolute silence. No music, no hearing anybody, no phone, and just enjoy the sweetness of His presence for extended periods of time. I've done this up to 10 days before, and I find that in these special times of being with Him, something changes on the inside of you. You feel like, I don't know how to describe it. You feel like there's a shift in your ability to be still and remain still. And if you know anything about the spiritual life, you know that being still is very, very important. And it helps you remain in the sense of God's presence, being able to hear His voice and walk with Him. And so I encourage you, if you have an opportunity to find a retreat center of some kind and block out some time to just sit with God, it will change everything about you. It will change the course of your life forever. It's the greatest investment that you could ever give for yourself, is taking extended time to be with God. Just worshiping. You don't have to force anything. Just being quiet before Him, resting, letting your heart stay up on Him, looking through the scriptures, praying through the scriptures. Yes, it's beyond value. It's the highest value. And this one would be a great one. Where are we right now? We're in Durham, North Carolina. That's where this one is. But there's one over by my house too. It's called the San Pedro Center in Oviedo, or Winter Springs area. And then there's also one called the Canterbury Retreat Center, which is also by my house. But I encourage you to do it. So we found a piano. Lord, You are more precious than silver. Lord, You are more costly than gold. And Lord, You are more beautiful than diamonds, and nothing I desire compares with You. Nothing I desire, nothing I desire can compare to you, Lord. Nothing I desire, nothing I desire can compare to you. Nothing I desire, nothing I desire can compare.
Moment you can drink from the river of his delights, the sweet wine of his presence. You can taste the honey of heaven at any moment, because he has installed in the new covenant this table on the inside of you, which is the giving of himself to you as life. This is the new covenant in my blood. So the whole fullness of this new covenant is summed up in these two things. And I know we just got done eating and the blood's a little slow, but pay attention closely. I really believe the Lord is going to do something for you right now. And again, if you are already living in an experience of Jesus, I pray this just increases your longing to be with him.
So while Bryant was just worshiping, I picked up this Streams in a Desert, which is here. And my dad gave this to me when I was just born again. But listen to this. So Bryant and I both have a high value for getting quiet before God. We really believe that it is in quietness and trust that our strength lies. So listen to this. This is from Streams in the Desert, April 7th. I'm not even sure, is it the 7th today? Something. But Isaiah 30 verse 7 says, their strength is to sit still. It's stillness that we find strength in. Listen to this poem by Mary Rolez Jarvis. It says, not as the athlete wrestling for a crown, not taking heaven by violence of will, but with your Father as a child sit down and know the bliss and be still. That's crazy. O soul, keep silence on the mount of God. Through cares and needs, though cares and needs throb around like the sea, from prayers and petitions and desires unshod, be still and hear what he would say to thee. Inner stillness is an absolute necessity for knowing God. It's in the be still that we know, and it is this still small voice in 1 Kings 19:12 that we begin to hear him. It just really hit me. And she says this is powerful. There is a perfect passivity. A perfect passivity. It's that holy complacency. It's your wonderful presence fulfilling everything in me. I'll do whatever you wish, Lord. I'm not pushing or pressing. I'm not trying to make something happen. The perfect passivity that is not laziness. It is a living stillness that is born of deep trust. Quiet tension is not trust, but compressed anxiety. So he says, in here he says, my entire being at one point in my life throbbed with anxiety. Listen to those words. Maybe you're watching this right now and you know exactly what he's talking about. The throbbing of anxiety and the sense of need for an immediate and powerful action. It becomes overwhelming. I've got to do something. I've got to do something. But yet there is a stillness that calms the turmoil. It is a trust, a relinquishing of all.
Many of us have only known religion, and it has produced boredom. It has produced bondage. But to know the wine of the Spirit and to enter into a real intimate place with Jesus will set us free to live a real holy life that is not merely external, but is because of an internal receiving of the person and presence of Jesus. We value his person by prioritizing his presence. This is what we're going to talk about. Your family, your workplace, your relationships, your entire life will be changed by the perceiving of his person.